Good morning and welcome back to Marketing Matters. I'm Sarah Touchstone, Landmark Title's social media marketing strategist and educator. I get the pleasure of bringing you Marketing Matters every single Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. The month of May is all about giving your marketing a makeover. We're going to be talking about some of the hot new features that are available out there. Some of these features are free. Most of them are. There's upgrades that you can do. This is our external tools that we use here at Landmark Title. Last month was all about our internal exclusive Landmark tools. These are some other ones that we utilize and supplement when we're doing our own marketing and helping you to market your business. But they are so easy to use. And I really want to encourage you guys to dive into these functionalities this month. Today, we are talking about my personal friend and assistant, ChatGPT. This is an amazing AI tool that you can utilize for every aspect of your business and aspect of your life. It really helps dial in when it comes to planning, brainstorming, and just unlocking some creativity that you maybe never even knew that you had. So we're going to get right into it today. All right. Eventually, it's going to click on to the next. There we go. So what service to use? I use openai.com. Now, there are a lot of other things under this platform. We use ChatGPT kind of in our everyday normal language, but the platform is actually openai.com. And then ChatGPT is a function within that software. It is free to use. There is a free version. There is also a paid version. I am still using the free version because it does everything that I need it to do. Now, there are a couple of benefits between the free and the paid version. Well, there's a couple of benefits to the paid version. The free version, sometimes its data is a little bit outdated. And it pulls on information from last year. So if you enter in a date and you want it to write something for that date, I have noticed with my free version that it pulls up the date from last year. So if I'm doing something for Marketing Matters and I'm saying, write something for May 7th, it pulls in Tuesday, May 7th instead of Wednesday, May 7th. There is also a limitation on the amount of images that you can create. And I would say with the free version, I would never trust stats necessarily because it can be pulling from older data. However, with the paid version, you get a lot better in all of that realms. But I use mine for a lot of writing, rewriting my own words, and kind of creative brainstorming. So for me, the free version is amazing. What it is the playground for ideas. You can write and you can rewrite things until you get exactly what you are looking for. It gets to know you. So you describe who you are, what you are looking for when you are giving the prompts that you want it to create for you. You also need to be you have the ability to tell it what tone you want it to write in. So you can say, write it in a professional tone, write it in a more familiar tone. And it can kind of go between those. It can give you samples of all different kinds of tones too, if you're just trying to figure out what tone you want it to be written in. And then, of course, the more you use it, the more it takes on your own voice. Use it for everything. I use it for even personal things, so it gets to know me. I love using it for my travel itineraries as well. It comes up with some really great, fun activities and places to go and resources. Love it for resources. So let's talk a little bit about the common challenges that we as realtors face when it comes to creating content. Consistency is probably the number one challenge, and it is time consuming to be very consistent when it comes to our marketing. Keeping up with social media trends, that's another one that is a lot of effort to try to figure out what the trends are and figure out how to work that into your marketing. Crafting unique and creative posts for different platforms can also be very difficult. A lot of times we have an idea of who we want to market to and what we want to market, but it isn't necessarily the case when you blanket all the platforms, right? There's different demographics and different different platforms. There we go. So staying within that branding that you're looking for that demographic, for that platform is important. And then ensuring that your posts reach and engage your target audience effectively. A lot of times we think that we know our target audience and we know what they want to see, but sometimes that's just from our perspective, right? Not necessarily what they are really going to engage with. So ChatGPT can be an amazing solution for these problems that we face. One is it can automate content generation. So it can generate posts, captions, blogs within seconds. It really takes a lot of that brain and creative power and makes it easier for you to do and to stay consistent. Content ideas. I don't do any social media marketing without running my ideas through ChatGPT. It helps so much with ideas, themes, topics, pop buys, the works, even your, your mailers. You can come up with a great content for those as well. It also gives you customizable templates. So it can give you templates for a variety of posts and it personalizes them so easily. And then it's quick. It's an instant response. I was talking with a realtor the other day about doing things and how a lot of times when we use a third party, we're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. With ChatGPT, it takes seconds to come up with messages and personalized and relevant information. It's just amazing. Couple of uses for business, social media content. I've been saying that. Your ads, your social media ads, video scripts, CRM drips. How amazing is it to be able to even take your old CRM drips and put them through ChatGPT and give them new life? Like there are so many different features for that. Email responses. This is another really big one because a lot of times we'll get some kind of crazy emails out there, right? And you know how you want to respond, but you know that your response might not be the most appropriate one. Run it through ChatGPT. It's going to help out a lot. Listing descriptions. This is another really great one because ChatGPT will use power words that we may have not even thought of that are going to trigger people to want to check out your listings. It's also going to stay within that character amount that you need for your MLS. Blog posts. This is a great resource for your websites to keep fresh and engaging content out there and so much more. Better input into your ChatGPT is going to get you better output as well. So use some of these prompts too when you're looking to get that better output. Things like more examples, please. Make it more conversational. Rewrite this to be more engaging. Try again. I use that one a lot. Rewrite in the style of. Maybe you want it to be, like I said, more professional. Maybe you want it to be more familiar. So going between those, really good, really easy. This is my personal favorite. Rewrite shorter. A lot of times, ChatGPT can give you a lot of information, especially if you're using it for your marketing material. You want it to be precise and, short so that people aren't having to read through a lot of content. We know if we're making flyers or social media graphics, that people are really not going to spend their time overly viewing too much information. So rewrite shorter, love it. Then you've got the inverse, go into more detail. A lot of times when I'm working with ChatGPT and we're creating presentations for topics, it'll give me a nice outline, but I want it to input more information. So this is probably the second prompt I use the most. Go into more detail. And then you can tell it specifically how many words and how many characters, and it will stay within that. Great utilization for things like listing descriptions, or if you're doing magazine articles or something like that, where you've got to be exact and precise. So now we're going to do the fun part. I think at this point, everybody really kind of understands, everybody is using ChatGPT, but you might not be using it to the best of your abilities. And that's where prompts come in. Knowing how to prompt your chatbot is going to give you a better output. So a lot of times people will be using it. They'll be like, this is cool, this is great, but I'm not really getting everything that I want out of it. So we're going to go through 7 real estate marketing prompts that you can start using right here, right now, right today, that are going to help with your business. So the first one is the just listed, the newly listed. This is one that we see constantly over social media, but how are you going to make it pop and how are you going to make it stand out? A lot of times you can do that very easily by running your posts through your ChatGPT bot. So here's a just listed prompt. And these are, I'm going to highlight not just like the mid part of this. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but I am going to highlight the top, like where we're prompting it of who is writing this. Act like a realtor. So, or write this as me, the realtor. So remember, telling you, describing who you are, and this is going to help set the tone as well. And then the second thing I'm going to point out on all of these prompts, I'm going to let you guys, of course, just read through it, is the call to action. All of these prompts have a description at the top and a call to action at the bottom. So I think we all know write a just listed, right? But if you're saying write a just listed, you're missing out on some really key important parts of your prompt. So act like a realtor, and your call to action, make it attention grabbing and exciting enough to show potential buyers to want to click and request a showing. Then everything else is, you know, including what platform I'm writing for, the location. ChatGPT is pretty good. So I've had people that have said, well, can I just put an address in? Yes, you can just put an address in, but it's never a bad idea to get specific. The number of bedrooms, bathrooms, anything that you want to showcase, particularly in that, make sure you are including. The go-to, the best real estate agent in the area. This is a great one for ChatGPT because a lot of times we have trouble talking about ourselves, right? So this is great. You can use it, you know, for your about me on your website. You can use it as, you know, great references if you're writing an article about yourself. These are great things to use ChatGPT for, because the more you use it too, the more it actually understands who you are. I've had it write my backstories, my mission statements, my origin stories before, and I am amazed at the information that it can pull in about me. But it goes further than that too. It's great for using for social media prompts. So one of the prompts, create a Facebook ad that emphasizes why potential clients should hire you as their realtor. And remember, it's going to pull in all the information that it knows about you. But if there's anything that you want it specifically to highlight, make sure you add that into your prompt. And then, of course, your call to action. Make the ad compelling enough to encourage them to contract, brokerage name, contact number, for their real estate needs. So once again, another really simple, easy prompt, but making sure that you're saying what you want it written for, and then who it is for, and the call to action. The open house. This is one we probably don't think about. Most realtors have been doing these open houses and showcasing open houses on social media for a long time, but there's so much more that you can actually use with ChatGPT. My doorbell just rang. You hear my dog barking, but we're going to keep on moving. So the AI prompt for this is write a real estate ad. Remember, we got to tell it what we're doing, who we're writing for, promoting an open house location. Once again, give it the information so that you're going to really dial it in. And then, of course, all the other information, call to action, make it attention grabbing and exciting enough for potential buyers or investors to attend the event and register. All right, number 4, the local market events. I love when realtors are showcasing and promoting what is going on in their community. So this really gives you the opportunity to tell a story, to network, and to showcase why these events are important to your neighbors as well as to yourself. Here's the prompt for this. Generate a social media post ad to promote the local event. Make sure that you're adding in those details, right? Because it's just going to pull whatever information it has from the internet. So showcase the information that you want to be there, and then ensure the ad is engaging enough to capture people's interest, encourage attendance to the event. Call to action, always good and important. All right, number 5, we are cruising right through these guys. Sometimes this is an hour-long presentation, so I'm really talking fast and not spending a whole lot of time pulling these apart because I want to make sure that we get everything in for you and stay within that quick 30 minutes. So you might want to rewatch this to get some of that actual content too. Rewatch it. The customer success story. So this is, we know that testimonials and reviews are really important to be showcasing. It builds credibility, it builds trust. But putting some of these through your chatbot and coming up with a good spin on them, making them more marketable. Once again, how do you stand out against your competition when your competition's using reviews and testimonials as well? Well, you're going to give your AI a really good prompt, right? So write a social proof caption for whatever social media ad platform, showcasing my recent success as a realtor. I like to, at this point too, I like to mention not only success, but sometimes it is even better to showcase some of your challenges, your hurdles. If you've got reviews that highlight and showcase those, by all means, do not shy away from them. We all think that realtors are successful, right? We all know, I mean, that's the general public's opinion, right? Is that things just go easy. You get tons of money. You don't, it's not real work. It's so easy. It's not. We all know that every deal is different and every deal has challenges and hurdles. So showcase those as well. And then in your prompt, include the review and then, use it to provide a customer review, persuading potential buyers and sellers to choose me as their realtor for their real estate needs by promoting the sale or the buy of the stunning property. And then, of course, the information, and then your call to action. Your writing should be compelling enough to pique the interest of potential clients. So what are we writing it for? What are we writing? And then, of course, what is our call to action? Number 6 is the free home evaluation. Now, this is one that, again, over the years has been used and used and used. Every real estate agent can do this. But how are you going to pop when you are offering this as part of your value? And how is it going to look different than other realtors? So the prompts for this one: create a social media platform ad. And then, of course, you can also be specific too. I always encourage being specific: Instagram, Facebook, Google, whatever your ad is that you're doing, or even if it's just a post that offers a free home evaluation to attract potential seller leads. Ensure that the ad is compelling, unique, and engaging enough to make people want to take advantage of this offer. What are we writing? Who are we writing it to? What's our call to action? Very consistent across all of these prompt platforms. And then last, but certainly not least, number 7 is our first-time buyers. This is a tremendous, tremendous community to pull from, especially when it comes to advertising on social media platforms. Instagram has some of the highest number of first home buyers on there. So whether you're running ads or just making posts, it's really important that we are piquing the interest of first-time home buyers, especially because they are going to turn to you for so much information throughout the process. So building that credibility, building that trust, and piquing their interest off the bat, very important. And here is our prompt for chat. Write a social media platform ad captioning targeting first-time home buyers. This is promote a carousel of tips. This is going to be the series of different images on, say, like Instagram, for finding the perfect home and having an easy buying process. And our call to action: make the real estate ad exciting enough to encourage potential buyers to contact you to become their realtor. So these are 7 amazing prompts that you can start implementing and using in your real estate business today. Next week, we are going to dive into Canva, where we're actually going to take these prompts and we're going to bring them to life to create some beautiful social media works, as well as I'm going to get in there and show you how to not only create static images, but video images, and use some of Canva's AI features. So if you want to bring all these words to life, join us next week for that as well. Let me know if you guys have any questions. That was a lot of content gone by really, really fast, but I wanted to get through that and stay within our parameters. So utilize the chat if you have any questions. Of course, you can always reach out. Next week is going to be absolutely amazing. We've got Canva coming up. There's so much new coming out in Canva. I highly recommend hopping on that webinar. I might even extend that one just a hair longer because there is so much good content out there, and I would love to have engagement on that too. So let me know if you guys have any particulars. You can let me know ahead of the webinar, or you can even let me know during the webinar things that you are interested in me covering in Canva. Yeah, Beth just created a Facebook ad. She's amazing, right? That's why we come to classes too. A lot of times is to get that prompt and to just keep things rolling, but so quick and easy to use. Canva is going to be amazing. So if you guys do have any requests for next week, like I said, you can let me know before, and you can reach me at sarah.touchstone@ltaz.com. I love when Canva's interactive because I think that's a great platform for it. It will be all live demos as well. And then we've got video marketing with Reels coming up on the 21st. And then remember, there is no class on the 28th in observance of Memorial that week. We also have some other great classes coming up. Next Tuesday, we've got a Zoom, an escrow one-on-one Zoom. So if you are interested in learning a little bit more about what goes on in the background of it, of what we actually do in the office. Yes, I know I talk a lot about marketing your business, but we are a title company, and we do a lot of the settlement statements, net sheets, preliminary reports. There's so much that goes into this, and Melissa is going to be teaching it. She is our escrow officer down in the Goodyear office, and she is amazing. So scan that QR, get registered for that. It's going to be, I think it's going to be closer to like an hour-long class on Zoom. So I'll be on there teaching about net sheets as well. If you've ever missed our net sheets classes on Marketing Matters, hop on that. And then on May 15th, we've got an alternative loan Zoom. And that one is going to be covering all different types of financing. Some of the things in our financing world have changed very rapidly the last couple of months. So hop on this one too. You can scan the QR code. You can type in the URL. That is May 15th from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then on the 15th as well, from 10 a.m. until noon, we're going to have smart strategies for agents. So we're going to be covering a couple of different things. One is going to be, Greg is going to be one of the guest speakers, and I will be the other guest speaker. We're going to be talking, Greg is going to be talking about LLCs, living trust, and beneficiary deeds. You don't want me talking about that, but I'm going to talk about business planning. We're going to have a fun little exercise and workshop. I've done this a couple of times now, and it's numbers, which I'm not usually a numbers person, but I love workshops and I love worksheets. So this is a fun one to attend as well. It's very interactive. So if you want to come out to that, this is going to be our Biltmore Lakes training room, May 15th from 10 a.m. until noon. And then the following week, I have a big workshop coming up. This is going to be a 3-hour-long workshop. We're going to feed you guys too. So I'm not going to be talking for 3 hours, although I will be talking a lot. I'm going to have to work on my vocal exercises for that. We're going to be talking about social media. We're going to be talking about video marketing with Reels, and we're going to be talking about AI. So this is going to be a huge workshop. It's going to be awesome. It's at our Biltmore Lakes on Wednesday, May 21st from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. You're definitely going to want to check this one out. And then June 10th, we've got maximizing your open house. Open houses are great. They are, especially with our market shifting more towards a buyer side. If you're like, how do I capture these buyer clients? open houses. We're going to talk to you guys about how to maximize, making sure that you are spending your time wisely when it comes to hosting these open houses. So come join us at the Atrium at Arrowhead, June 10th. This one's going to be from 9:30 until about 11:30. And then, of course, we've got our 2 home tours every single month. We've got Moon Valley on the 3rd Thursdays at 8:30 and Biltmore Luxury on the 4th Wednesdays at 9 a.m. These are 2 great ones that you can get, video content and create some video marketing for, something like that. So these are always great and fun to attend as well. Both of these neighborhoods have really quirky homes too, and they show great in marketing and videos. And that's it for us today, guys. Whew. That was a lot of, like I said, a lot of times I teach this class and I go a lot more in depth. So thank you all for bearing with me while I talked really fast today and covered this content really quickly. This video will be available, though, on our Landmark Title Assurance Agency YouTube channel. If you want to go back through and you want to watch this again, just reach out to our business development managers. They get these videos every week and they have access to hundreds of these videos. So they can help you to dial in your marketing really well and give you some great examples to follow. So reach out to Beth, Hannah, Keith, Michael, Patty, Renee, and Raylan up in Prescott for all of your real estate marketing needs. And of course, thank you to Landmark Title for allowing us to bring you Marketing Matters every single Wednesday morning. We've got a great May makeover month for you all on Marketing Matters, but please, we are so much more than just marketing for your business. We are your industry partners. We would love to help you on that next contract. So please write us in there on line 17. We would love to work with you and your clients. We have 7 offices across the valley, as well as 1 in Prescott and Nevada for all of your title and escrow and marketing needs. So thank you guys. It's going to be a great May. And I look forward to seeing you all next week.